Doug Gottlieb Show here on Fox Sports Radio. And I don't say the great, I'm not like a prone to hyperbole sort of guy, especially with current NFL players when you're at the Super Bowl, because there's a lot of all-time greats. But when you say Budda Baker, people say the great Budda Baker, because respected not just as a player but as a dude as well. He joins us now here on set at Radio Row in the Super Bowl in Phoenix, where, of course, he plays. First of all, how's your body, right? How's the shoulder?
Yes, shoulder's doing great. It's completely healed. Been working on it, getting the mobility back, strength. It's great.
Well, one of the interesting things is, when you hurt that part of your body, you can still obviously, could you still condition when you were coming back from it? Could you still what were you able to do in terms of on a daily basis, set aside from the shoulder rehab? Because you can't do anything, you're not doing one arm upper body, are you? What were you doing?
No. So that's the thing, there was only 2 weeks left in the season, so it was a matter of really just resting it and, just try to do little mobility things. I could barely lift my arm up, so it had to heal. The bone had to heal, so definitely had to just kind of wait it out for a week, and then you get doing those little mobility stuff, and then you can get to band workouts, and then now I'm on to dumbbells, so I'm just trying to get it stronger.
Budda Baker joining us here on the Doug Gottlieb. Not a lot to talk about with your team. Everything's status quo, hanging team. Nothing really to talk about.
Not at all.
What do you want to see happen with the team? You're a leader. If Bidwell's to call you and go, hey man, what should we do? Got a GM now. What do you want to see happen?
I want to see us have a head coach. We don't have a head coach, therefore we don't really have any type of foundation to go upon. This is kind of my fourth rodeo in a sense. So, I kind of know how it goes. Whole new coaching staff usually is how it works. But, I'm just I would just say, can we get a head coach and figure out what we're going to do? I don't even know what type of, offense, defense.
What type of head coach do you guys need?
Yeah. Like I told them earlier, I just want a head coach that's real. And when I say real, a head coach that speaks who he is, who he speaks who he is, however he is, whatever type of way it is, that's how he speaks, and that is how he approaches his team, and he approaches our team with specific values and foundations of learnings of, what he wants this team to be and what he wants, our mental aspects to be. How does he want us to approach the days and all those type of stuff? Because, that's what you need as a head coach. You need those specific things. And, when the season starts, how are we going to win these games? Not just our game plan of what we're going to, how we're going to play. How are we going to win this in this game? What do we have to do? Do we have to stop this team from rushing over 60 yards? Do we have to do this? What little specific, intricate things that we need to do to win? And if he can do that each and every week, that gives, guys more understanding and the want to understand, to learn, and want to win.
What's your relationship like with Kyler?
Kyler?
Yeah.
No, he's a good guy. That's little bro right there, and a guy who's got injured. So, of course, I contact him every now and again, trying to see how he's doing, how the recovering process is doing. But a guy who's won all of his life, and he just wants to win. So, definitely a guy who's misunderstood, but just a guy who's very soft-spoken, very soft in his words, and a guy who just wants to win.
It feels like the difficult part to the Kyler challenge is that he's not going to be ready to play right away. I don't know what, first year back from ACL, a lot of times guys are a little tentative anyway. But you have to set in place a plan for when he comes back, because he's going to be your quarterback. Then you got to find somebody who can hold it together and hopefully win. And then, by the way, you got to figure out, what are you going to do with D-Hop? You're going to keep him. If you don't move him, do you lose the locker room because he's such a talented dude? There's a lot to finding that guy.
Yes.
Am I presenting it in a fair fashion?
Exactly. You're presenting it in the perfect fashion of what it is. That's just how it is. That's the facts of the story. And also the facts is we have, 30-plus free agents. We're trying to understand, who's going to be on our team this year, in this type of sense. So just there's a lot of things that has to be done, and hopefully we can get those things done.
This year's like a book for it. Look, you had Arians, then you had Wilkes for a minute,
One year,
And then, you had Cliff, and you guys were steadily on the rise. Obviously, the Rams game didn't go well, but you also didn't have D-Hop. No one's going to play well when you don't have your best offensive player. But still, that didn't go well. And then, of course, this year with Hop being out to start the year and then your injury, other injuries, it kind of came to a crashing end. But this year specifically, like GM takes time away, you get hurt, Kyler gets hurt. What a crazy year. For you, how do you get to the reset? How do you get to the mental reset to being your best and to believing in the program again?
Exactly. And like you said, that mental reset is right now, that off-season time, that time where you get with your families, where you can recoup and rejuvenate and get healthy again with whoever that is. All those little specific things, and of course, you want to get that head coach. You want to know who's your head coach. You want to kind of know the little details of the team. That coach is very important to for a team to understand who we are, what we want to be. So just trying to figure those things out, to get those things taken care of, then guys can kind of start seeing the other side of the tunnel.
All right, are you a table tennis guy?
Of course.
Well, I mean, of course. I don't know if everybody is like.
What? Yeah, I'm here doing for the Procter & Gamble's Battle of the Paddles out here in Arizona tonight.
When did you first start playing ping pong?
Oh man, I started playing when I was in the 6th grade. I played
Bellevue. Where?
Back in the day, Bellevue, playing with friends. Of course, I wasn't in a league of some sort like Christian McCaffrey in high school.
He was in a ping pong league?
Yeah, he was in a high school ping pong league. I was like, what? Like, why are you even here? You should go somewhere and play ping pong over there, But, I just played back with the boys back in the day, and, just been playing ever since.
Your spins are good?
Of course.
Yeah.
You guys will see. Tune in on Twitch's live stream, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You're going to watch Budda Baker in my own paddle I'm bringing from home because I live here, and I'm putting the stick on it. So you guys will see. Yeah,
of course, that's presented by Old Spice and P&G, Battle of the Paddles. So, wait, did you recently order your own paddle? Have you had your own paddle? Like, what does the paddle look like?
I've had my own paddle for about 6 years now. I bought a ping pong table about 6 years ago, and I have my own paddle. I have multiple paddles, but I use my Black Daddy. That's what I call it. You're going to put the stick on it, and, I'm representing Old Spice, so, Old Spice helps me with the swag that I have, and, man, I'm just here to have a good time and go against some of the best athletes in the world and, get that W. I hear a lot of guys talking a little smack, so, I'm going to save it for later on tonight.
He's the one and only Budda Baker. You'll see him at the Battle of the Paddles, the Old Spice and P&G Battle of the Paddles. Of course, next year we'll see him on the field at State Farm. We don't know who his head coach will be, but we know Budda will be bringing the wood to whoever comes across the middle. Budda, thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.